So Rashi, the Shvius means after Shvius. So it already was cancelled. So the Malveh has a Mishavni v'momelo apal pikain, and if the borrower says it doesn't make a difference, I want to pay it in either case, yikabil. Heimenu shenemar zed var shmito. Omar Rabbo v'tarla ad omar hochik. Right until he says that zed var shmito. Dibur he has to say shemot v'shamatani. Eishe abayik shul noiselo al yomelo b'chovi ani nosenoch. When he gives it, he shouldn't say I'm paying it as my debt, that what I owe you. Give me your gift. Omalei toli leinami ad omahochi. Omalei toli leinami ad omahochi. V'matora noseloch vein kan mishum lo yigos lo b'veidino kotavale v'lab mishum chov. Abba bar Masa dahava aber bar Menyumi having masik bei Rabo Zuzi. Here he had money in bei Rabo having masik bei Rabo Zuzi. I sinu nele b'shvius. So he brought him. B'shvius means after shvius. During shvius you can pay a debt. Omale mishamatani shaklinu v'ozal. So he took the money and went. Osa Abaye ashkechei davu otziv. So Abaye comes finds me. He's like Omale amai otziv mar Omale. He said, "Did you pay? Did you pay the debt?" He says, "I mishamet." And you said, "Never even that. I'm paying." Lo. He says, "No." He says the Amrit leg. If you would have said Alpha Pikain, he would have taken what have Shaklimi no Hashta Mios Amtinu Neleg, Vemele Alpha Pikain. So what was the story? He didn't take the money, didn't take the money.
He didn't take the money.
Originally he wanted to pay it, he didn't take the money.
Because he didn't say Alpha
I know, no, that's what he's saying now. But originally what happened?
He went and he wouldn't take it and he left the man.
Rabba was the Malveh. Masabe Rabba, I said in Eli Bishvi, Somali Mishamet Anim, Shaklinu, Va'ozil, Shaklin Va'ozil.
Right.
Who was Shaklin Va'ozil? The debtor. The debtor was Shaklin Va'ozil.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Ashkechei Davi. Omar Rabbi Ashkechei Davi Otziv. 1 second. Rega. No. Still 1 second. Abba Bar Marso. Omar Amai Otziv Mar. Omale hoche ave mais ozel gabe omale aptis le zuzi lamar. Omale what? Yes, I went. Afalpi omale lo omalo. Yeah, of the ambit le afalpi kain have shaklin. He would have if you said up he would have taken. Hashtami am tidu nele. Veimale afalpi kain ozel am tidu nele. Omale afalpi kain shaklimine. Oma lo hava be daito b'haitzum rabbonim ekoro. So he said that initially I never intended to. I never intended.
And he would have taken the money.
No.
Right.
Omar lo hava be daito by tzum rabbonim ekoro. Therefore what? So therefore it's too late? But he instructed him that if he says it, he'll take it. What's it? Ava pike. What's it? Lo hava be daito by tzum rabbonim ekoro. Ve'em alei ava pike. Omer Rav Yudam Rav Nachman, Omer Rav Nachman, Neman Odom Loma Prusvul Hoy Biodi Vav Minay my time. He came to Kiram Prus Lo Shavek Eter Rochel Yisuro. It's like a biodo. It's like an Anat Sadik. He also coming the Rav Omalei Midi Prusvul Hoyloch Vovad. Gonzep Sach Pichol Ilim. Who?
So go back and he's telling the student to go back and tell him
No. Psak Pichleila means even if he doesn't say it, he instruct him what he has to say, that he had it.
Right.
Tanan Nechim Balchov Shemot Ishtar Chov Einim El Pruzal Harei Lo Yifru. It says differently. You don't pay. Tanohi. The time the Mochi Ishtar Chov Tzor Sheim El Pruzal Chom Omrim Eno Tzor. Smach looks Tanoim. Because we have an Anat Sadi. Yeah. Omra Veidutam Mahitaimo Neman Afil Bo Shvur. You what Tosis brings. Therefore, he's believed to do without a shvur. He doesn't have to swear. The one who's collecting, because it's an Anat Sadi. Eved Shenishbu Padu. Yeah, person who was an Eved and they redeemed him. Im Lishum Eved Yishtabed. If when they redeemed him, they redeemed him as a slave, so he's an Eved. Im Lishum Ben Chorin. They redeemed him as a free man. Lo Yishtabed. Shimon Milio Benkach Benkach Yishtabed. Either way, he has to. It's irrelevant what your intention is.
You return.
No, Yishtabed.
You
No.
have to return the slave. He's still a slave.
We're not
Oh,
over.
sorry. Sorry.
Right? If it was before L'Shem Ben Chora, Ma'ilo Yishtabed. Right? The owner never was Miyayish. Elachiyush. L'Shem Eved Amay Yishtabed. Am Rabbi Lolam Lefnei Yush. L'Shem Eved Yishtabed L'Rabo Rishon. L'Shem Ben Chorin Lo Yishtabed. But if he redeems L'Shem Ben Chorin, Lo Yishtabed Lo L'Rabo Rishon Lo L'Rabo Sheni. Lo L'Rabo Sheni. Why? He never intended that he should take him as a slave. The Rabbi Rishon Ami Lo Dilma Mimni Lo Parki. Because if the person redeems him, no, he's going back to the original owner, he's not redeeming him. So therefore he doesn't go. So really he remains an Eved. He remains an Eved. What? Rabbi Sheni Lo Havado L'Shem Ben Charan Parki. What in the Muslim the Rabbi Risheni Lo Do Lefnei Yushu. Mir Lo Parki Vim Toba My Time Kshepod L'Shem Eved Yishtabed the Rabbi Sheni. In Roy Ligzo Lezeh Savdo, Yevtosh says, if we say it's Lefnei Yush and he redeems him, so even if it's L'Shem Ben Chorin, he should be able to keep him. Because he says, for the first one, if he knows it goes back, he's not redeeming him.
Right.
So now that he redeemed him, he's Nevet, so what is the name right to keep it? The first one, we're going to deny it anyway. We're going to deny him. The Betamze in Roy Ligzo Lezeh Savdo Litnu Lechavero. Because factually, Chazal, it's like Zelo. Because factually it belongs to the first one. Lo shachai timer el shabudu l'shem mitzvah l'shem ben chorin. Reb Shimon Lilom ben koch ben k'lishtabit k'sovar k'shem shemitz livtos es bnei chorin kach mitzvah livtos avodim. So therefore, even if it goes back to the first one, it doesn't make a difference. It's because there's a mitzvah. It won't be a discouragement. No, the other one, there's no mitzvah. If you hold there's no mitzvah, redeem it. You're right, that's what it says. Rava malolam. No. He's having mitzvahs kisha. That's the shot. With a guy, yeah. It's like it's redeeming. That's a shadli. Since he's not a full Jew, is the mitzvah to redeem him? I mean, are you mechal Shabbos for if an eved is pikuach nefesh mechal Shabbos? Probably mechal Shabbos for him. An eved kenani. What half?
He's like a woman.
He's not like a woman.
Halakhically.
Yeah, but the question is, I don't think it's so poshut. I don't remember if you mechal Shabbos for an eved kenani. I don't think it's poshut. What? That's something I'm talking about. It without the Eva issue, without the Eva. You know, he's like, even though it's Chametz Kisha, but he's still not a Jew. No, see, Rashi says in Sanhedrin, the reason why it's V'chai B'hem is because he says, because Nishmoshen Shel Yisrael is Yoker Yitzhak Kodesh Baruch Hu. He values the neshama of a Jew. So therefore, that's always the overriding factor.
Okay.
That's the concept of Chai B'hem. An Eved Kanani doesn't have Nishmas Yisrael, right? Less man Depovich. So it's not Yoker, maybe you're not. The Rashi says, why is the Chai B'hem? She almost been because Nishmas Shel Yisrael is Yoker Yitzhak Kodesh Baruch Hu. Okay, so I'm not sure. But if you ok shem shemitz liftos b'nei chor kach mitz liftos avodim, rava v'lo'olam lachiyush, u'lishem eved yishtabed l'rabu sheni, here, u'shem etchor l'yishtabed l'rabu rishon l'rabu sheni. L'rabu sheni lo do l'shem etchor parke, l'rabu rishon lo do lachiyush habo. Shem g'lo benkach yishtabed, ki de chizker b'neima omru benkach ben yishtabed, shlo yeh kol echad ve'ol echol ech, babel atzmi l'geises, u'mavki atzmi yad rabo. Here, Because if we say that he's mishtabit, he's not going to be mishtabit either. A person's put himself in allow himself to be captured, and that's the way to get out. That's the way to get out. Yishtabit. May say, Omelem Reb Shmuel, Shem Shemit Livtos Bnei Chor Kach Mitzvah Livtos Avodim Bishlam Elabai Yidom Lefnei Yush Hainu to come Kshem. It is a mitzvah to be poder. Bnei Chor is mitzvah to be poder Avodim. Elo Lerov Dem Lachi Yush Hai Kshem. What's the Kshem? How do you compare one to another? Mishum Tchizkiyu. If it's after Yush, that is not. So it says Mishum Tchizkiyu that Omlach Rav Reb Shmuel Lo Havi Yoda Mai Komer Rabbanon Vochi Komlu I Lefnei Yush Kamri to Hainu Geshem Shi Keshem. If it's before Yush, then you shouldn't differentiate. Ilachi Yush Kamri to Kid Chizkiyu. Or the Rav Diom Alachi Yush or the Rabu Sheni. After Yush, if the Rabu Sheni is Pod L'Shem Avdus, it says the second one, right? The one who ransoms gets him. Rabu Sheni Mimant Koni like. Who's acquiring it from? Because who's the bailing?
The guy is
No. Even right. Smiyayish. If you hold that Yush, it's still in the rishus of the what's it called? A goy cannot become an Evet Kanani.
Right. But
why can't a goy become an Evet Kanani?
There's no relationship there. But he has the chazaka. He has the person in his grip, so he can sell him.
No. Okay. You got right, left, and you have a stop sign. I said, why can't the Shavoy, the captor, when he has this Evet Kanani, does he own him? A goy cannot own Evet Kanani.
Can't own it, but he has.
Can't own a what?
He has bailus, though.
You can't own a human being. What bailus does he have?
He's controlling this person.
So what? Therefore what?
Well, if he controls it, then he has complete autonomy over this person. He's in chains. What's he going to do? He can sell him. He can do whatever he wants with him.
You still sell stolen property. Is it a sale?
If you're in Bensonhurst, yeah.
Okay.
It fell off the back of a truck. But that's what he's doing. How can you say that you have authority over the guy?
We're talking, you're on one wavelength, I'm on another wavelength.
That's always the case.
No, I don't know. I'm talking to you seriously. You're telling me nonsense.
No, it's not.
You tell me nonsense. I mean, how does he sell him? He doesn't own him. Well, he's in chains. But you can't sell something that's not yours. I know, but I'm just saying. Could you sell something that's not yours? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so that's the end of the story. So what's pshat? So if you hold Yush, it remains in the domain of the original owner until somebody takes possession. Is it still the Jews? Right? It still belongs to the original Jew.
Well, that's fine.
So what's the Mor's kasha? If it's Lacha Yush, right, that's the Mor's question. Ularava, one second. Yahakam me a cup. Ularava la'adam Lacha Yush, Rabu Sheni mimant konile. Who does he acquire from? Why can't he acquire it from what's his name?
The first?
From the first.
Because he had Yush.
But it's still his. You have to acquire it.
But if it's Shabbos Aveda, he gives up hope.
There's no Hashavas Aveda. If I find a person, a lost object in the street, and the Bible was miyayish, could you pick it up and take it?
Yes.
So why can't I take this Evet Kanani?
That's right. So
what's the first question? Mimant Konile, who does he call?
The first person, he can't pick it up anymore. He had years. The second person can pick him up. It's the second person.
So what's the first question? Rabu Sheni Mimant Konile. What's the first question? What's the first question I'm asking?
Explain.
The Gemara asks a question. The Rabu Sheni, it says, when he redeems it, he learns it's going to the second master.
Right.
Keeps him. So he says, the second master, who did he acquire him from? What do you mean, who did he acquire him from?
If it's Yish, then it was like he found it in the street. He picked it up.
So does he have to acquire it from anybody?
He doesn't have to acquire it
So what's the
anyone.
first question, Mount Konile? From who did he acquire it? Mar's asking a question. Who did he acquire it from? He didn't acquire it from anybody.
Okay.
That he took possession of him. He acquires him.
Right, because of Yish.
That's my question.
Yes.
So what are we asking? Answering me.
At that point, it's like an ownerless object. He can acquire it. He can pick it up.
But the Mar's not, evidently, doesn't understand it the way that, right? Because his Makoni lay. So Mar says, Mishaboy. He acquires it from the captor.
But that's the guy. Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Shavoy Gufi Mikoni lay. Ain't Koni le Maisi Yodov. I mean, he can't own him as a slave.
But it's what he does.
But he has an interest. It's like, he has an interest like you have an interest in certain profit sharing.
Okay.
אתם קונים מהם ולא הם קונים מכם, ולא הם קונים זה מזה, יוכלו יקנו זה זה, יוכלו יקנו זה זה, האמרית לא הם קונים זה מזה, הורי קומר, לא הם קונים זה מזה לגופו, יוכלו יקנו זה לזה למעשה יודוב, אמרית קל וחומר, עובד כוכבים ישראל, כן עובד כוכבים ישראל כהנה, a non-Jew, if a Jew sold into slavery to a goy, he has kinyan ma'aser yadayim.
Good.
Over kochovim, lo koshkem.
Gufa.
That's if he purchases him with money, because that's the kinyan of a goy. Avol chazok lo. Omer Rav Papa, amanu moav tiru b'sichoin. Right? It says we took the Transjordan side, but originally who did it belong to? It belonged to what? To Ammon. So how did we take possession? Ammon and Moab were not permitted to take the properties. They were Lot's children. The answer is because when Sichon conquered it,
we conquered him.
So therefore that purified it. The history is irrelevant now. So that's Kinyan Chazoka. So we see Kinyan Chazoka as relevance to a goy. Ashkan ovikochovim, Ochchovim ovikochovim, ovikochovim yishrom nolam. Where do you see that a goy could acquire a Jew? The Chsiv v'yishmenu shevi. The pasuk over there it says they took a captive. Omer of Shem Barabban B'Yochanan Eved. Stop. Shevi. Yeah. Why doesn't it bring the raya if it says Ekem Mishpachos Ger? Right? The Torah says that the person doesn't keep shvius. Ultimately, he's going to be sold to a goy.
Okay.
Right? For an avodah zarah, to do service in a church, in a temple of idolatry. Right, that where the Torah says there's a mitzvah of gula, that if a Jew sold as a slave to a goy, there's a mitzvah for the family to redeem him.
Okay, good.
So the same thing. So you see, the goy can own the Jew. I see Yodov over there. Wonder if it's a better posset, V'ishman of Shevi, because they were talking about ransoming.
Rabbi, we're making a distinction between a Yisraeli and a Eved Yisrael and a Eved Canaan. Are we making differences here?
Yeah. You want him asking Yossi? Say something over there. You treat him like a regular captive. It's interesting because normally there's a thing we call conquest. I mean, any what's his name? Forget about us. One country conquers another one. That's kibush milchama.
Okay.
Yeah, you would normally say it's more than chazoka, right? That would be more than chazoka. Conquest. But we'll bring proof. How do we know that if a non-Jew makes a chazoka in a Jew that he has a kinyan? Because it says, as we find, the Sichon took over the Transjordan side. Although initially it was Ammon and Moab, and we're not permitted to take Ammon and Moab's territory, but it was purified through Sichon, because Sichon conquered it, and we're getting it from Sichon.
Good.
But that's Kibush Mulchama over there. So you see the Gemara is equating Kibush Mulchama, that's Chazaka. And we're applying it even to an individual. There was through Kibush Mulchama, that's what I'm saying. No, he captured him. But yet the Gemara is equating it. That's what I'm saying. The Gemara is equating one to another. You think Kibush Mulchama is another level. The Gemara says no, it's not. That's what Torah says. Ki hechad dekono artzim b'chazoka, konenami gufim b'chazoka. I understand. No. Ovid gechovim Yisrael minolan. No, even Yisrael. The Gemara say, how do we know that a goy could have a kinyan ma'aser yadayim in a Yisrael? Monetary interest, not his body. Right? Mark says, "V'yishmenu shevi." It's not by Evet Kenani. Omer Rav Shama Rabba Omer Yochanan Evet Sheborach Mi Beis Asurin. A slave escaped from prison. Yetz Lecherus. When he escapes, you allow him, you emancipate him. Lo od elish kofinish Rabba, of course, lo get shichru. Let's see, the master doesn't want to free him. You compel him, and he writes him the get shichru. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. 1 second. Evet Kanani shel Yisrael shenish borach min asher shel Yitzel Cheirus l'shtabit l'rabod. No. Because again, it's the same idea. The Jew himself didn't redeem him from the prison. So for all intents purposes, his value to the Jew has already been severed. Right? Could be it's what we call avu d'menim kol odom. The halach is if you lose something, and nobody is able to benefit from it, and the original ownership is removed from it. Something you drop something in the ocean. Zuter shel yam. Right. So I'm saying being in prison, incarcerated, where you have no access to your slave, for all intents and purposes, you lose your rights to the slave. So now when he flees from prison, he escapes. So when he escapes, he has no owner any longer. I mean, he's still an Eved. But so therefore the Rabbo has to actually free him. He doesn't want to. The best enforces him to give him a get shechur. Wherever we find Rav Shimon Gamliel's position mentioned in the Mishnah, we rule like him chutz me'erev sidon v'raya achrona. 3 cases. Bishlom l'Abayi muka lo l'hai l'fnei yush. V'aylachi yush. Yeah. 1 second. There you go. Shimon Gamliel says, "Venkach ishtabit." Goes back. 1 sec. Bishlam ba'i mukadol ha'yer elu rovo odom alacha yush kasha. Yeah, how do you reconcile the two? Because the presumption in prison he was miyayish, and that's why it says when he flees from prison he owes lecherus, and yet Rav Shimon Gamliel says in the Mishnah is ishtabit. The Rabbi Yochanan. Yeah. Elo l'rova doma yachshia kashi Rabbi Yochanan. So we have a stiro. Amlach rova time in mind mishum the chiskio. Right? It's not because he yush. Berech shiny hashtel katola mosa nafshe apule apir nafshe legaisus. I mean, the man himself put his life in jeopardy to escape from prison. Do you think he's going to put himself in prison? Right? Definitely not. The maidservant of Mar Shmuel was taken captive. And when he redeemed her to remain his maidservant. The Shadrulei, then he said to him, Shochalei Anan, Vishodrulei, Shochalei Anan, Krabshim Leo Svirlon. At, but you, no. So therefore, Shochalei Anan, Krabshim Leo Svirlon, At, Inam Krabon Svirlon. Anan l'shum amsa parkinu lo. Nelo. Vidu sova l'fnei yushabo. Lo hoyo. V'lo ilachi yushabo. There you go. This is amsei. What? There you go. Amsei ma shmuel ashli ishtaboi. Parkur l'shum. No. Parkur l'shum amsa. There you go. Not Shmuel ma Shmuel. Somebody else redeemed her as a slave. V'shadrua lei. They sent it back. Sholchalei anan Reb Shimon Gamliel Svirlon. Right. Right. Once anan Reb Shimon Svirlon. At inam Rabban Svirlon. Anan l'shum amsa parkinulo. And even the Rabban agree that if you redeem her as a slave, she remains a slave. Parkinulo nelo. Vidu Sovar Lifnei Yushavo. They thought it was before Yush. V'lo ilachi Yushavo. Yeah, it was after Yush. See, after Yush, according to Shimon Gamliel, no.
You return her as a slave.
You return as a slave to the second owner. Ushmuel lo mi boy tishtabui lo mishtabid bo. According to Shmuel, it's not a question. You have no right to.
No, he was already in the Aish. They told me Shmuel was not in the Aish.
Yeah.
So therefore gave it back.
Right.
Now Shmuel was in the Aish. They gave him back to us. And now the problem is, being that Shmuel was in the Aish, she can't be his shivcha for nine, so he has to give her a get shivcha.
El Gita, the Chirus Nami lo atzrucho. Shmuel Domit, Shmuel holds him. Afkavdo yotz lechirus. Vein the tzorach get shichrush. Nemar. That's Shmuel's position. We had this in Kedushin. Shmuel is if you mafker Eved, you don't need to get shikhr. You don't have to give her. How does he know this? Shenema chol Eved ish miknas kesef, kol ish miknas kesef, Eved ish v'lo Eved isha. Right? El Eved sheish lo rishus lo rabba olav kori Eved. Somewhere else. It says kol Eved ish. This is what? So if a woman has an Eved, he's not an Eved. So what does it mean Eved ish? If he has a master over him, Korievet. Ain't no Rishus Rabbo Olov. Ain't Korievet. So therefore that's the reason why it's Tzorach et Shichur. Yeah. She's free. Yeah, yeah. I mean, she has to go to the mikveh. She has to go to the mikveh. Yeah, but he needs another tefillah. Yeah. Psh. I'll tell you afterwards. Amsi the Rababa Bar Zutro Ishtaboy. The maidservant of Rabbi Ravu was taken captive. Porko Ahu Tarmado Lushumitzo. This guy, he redeemed her as a wife. This Tarmado redeemed her as a wife. Shochel Elidei Ios Abdus Shochel Lididei. Yeah, Lididei Ios Abdus Shodolo Gita de Cherusa. You should emancipate her. First, this Tarmado is what? Is a Jew or a goy? So what do we? When we do the Rabbi Imotzu Parki, 1 second. Hechidam Ida Motzu Parki lo Loma li get the Cherusa. Lega. Imotzu Parki lo Shovik Chovim Rotza Lesita Bedomim. Right. Loma li get the Cherusa Yiftu lo L'Shem Avdus. Right. Id lo Motzi Parki lo. If he doesn't want the goy, Kishodi like Gita the Cheruso, my have. I mean, if the goy doesn't want to allow him to be redeemed, my have. The goyim, the one with the captors. 1 second. This she was taken. Ishta by Porka Ahu Tarmador. This guy, the Shumitzo, Shochaleli Lidei. Iyas Avdus. If you want to shut like Gita Cherus Echidam, Idamotzi Parki Lo. 1 second. Shavelchom Rotza Lesito Bedomim. Right, he's willing to give her up for money. Lom the Gita Cherusa. No, take her. He's telling her to take her back from the goy. The goy has her. Right. So if he's willing to take money for her, so pay and take her. Idlo Motza Parki Lo. If you have no interest in taking her back, to pay for her. Kishodar, legita cherusa mehave. What does that mean?
She's a slave.
No, she's in his jurisdiction.
But she stays.
The olam the motzi parkilo. No, he's agreeable. Kevin the mishta lo gita cherusa chiburi mechabra adodi uparkilo. 1 second. Lolam, he could redeem her. The Kevin the mashadalo when he sends her to get shichur. Chaburim mechabra adodi uparkilo. V'nei ir adodi parkilo. Av l'shem abdus lo yirosa liftosa. The less lo, yeah, the Shimon Gamliel. That's the pshat. Yeah. If he sends the shechur, the people in the community will pay for her. Ibo semi lo olam lo motzi parki lo. You can't redeem her. Ke mishal gid cherusa mizlo bapei umifriklo. If he gives a ship, she'll see her as a lowly slave, so she'll become cheapened in his eyes. Will let her go. What she was saying. I mean, the goy values even the animal of a Jew more than his own wife. So if this woman herself belonged to Jew, she's the asset of a Jew. So why would she be demeaned in his eyes if she receives a get shichur? Hanimi lebitzino. Cheapened. So that's Gemara's answer.
Before he thought he had a Israel. Now that he's sending you guys, he doesn't know the difference.
But the Gemara asked the question. Nothing. You say, "Oh, mamar chaviv le'yivnetshel sheyosem b'shusein shel." Yeah, just the opposite. Why she cheapened? Said that this Gemara hani bitzino. When he aval b'fehesya zilei b'milsa, people, the public knowledge. Who does he have? He has a woman who was a slave. So therefore, public will be disgraced. There was a woman, she was a maidservant. People, they had all kinds of sexual relations with her. He says, if Shmuel wouldn't say that a person frees his slave, he's in violation of Naseh, because as a Jewish woman, they wouldn't tolerate this behavior. Because she's being machshil Jews. Jews are having relations with her. Yeah. Ravino Makiyai Moda Ravuda Bishum Milsa Disura. He says over here Ravuda would agree you're not in violation of an assay. You're only in violation of say if you're free. That's only if you're doing it for no reason. But over here to prevent the Isser, Babai Mishum Isura Lo. Right, Babai Mishum Isura Lo. I Homer Rab Chania Bakatin Homer Rav Yitzchak Ma'isa Bisha'acha Shechet Sheshiv Chatzav Eschorin V'Kofu Es Rabba V'Osam Eschorin. So you see what? Because she wasn't, right, so because she was in the situation, she couldn't marry a Jew or a non-Jew, so you see, for the sake of marriage, you free her. So here, for the sake of Yisr, over here, you're able to rectify it. Over here, it's not say, because why is she involved with so many men? Because she doesn't have a slave designated for her. And that slave, that husband, who watch over. So because it could be corrected without freeing her, therefore you're in violation of mitzvah to say. Over there, there was no way, there was no choice. That's the assay. It says forever they should be enslaved. Less famous Gemara. You hear the story. This is like Rav Shnai Shul. Nichlas Beis HaKnesses, v'lo motza asori. There was like a minion. V'shicher avdo, and he had a slave with him. He emancipated his slave. V'shlim al asor. That's how he made the minion. So you see over here, you're not in violation of an asay, even for the sake of making a minion. And that the word is mitzvah shiny. That's a mitzvah. For the sake of a mitzvah, and over there, the Tosas, it's mitzvah the rabbi. It's for It's for the public. Therefore, that's an overriding factor. Ton rabban lo be'em tavodu rishus. Divrei Rabbi Shmuel. When it says forever you should enslave them, it doesn't say if you don't, you're in violation. You're permitted to slave an Evet Kanani forever. Rabbi Kiva mechova. You have to keep him a slave forever. Lo'olam hem tavodu. Fidilma, Rabbi Lezer Sovelo command Yom Rishus. The question was never a question. Maybe Rabbi Lezer, he freed the slave. He holds like what? He holds like Rabbi Shmuel, right? Because it's only says you're permitted to keep them forever. It's no chiyuv. Rabbi Lezer says himself explicitly that there's an obligation to keep him as a slave forever. So now we have a question. So why did he free him? He's a violation of mitzvah. The answer is Mishum mitzvah shiny. Omer Rabba Hadi Tlasmili Nach. What? That's Tosus. Tosus says that. Omer Rabba Bahani Tlasmili Nachti Balibatim Nifsein. Yeah? There were three reasons why people lost their wealth. You hear this? The three reasons why these people lost their wealth. The mafkir of Dayu Ulechevuso, they free their slaves, which is Isidoraisa. Hashem says, you give away your asset, you're going to lose your assets. The Sari Nechsai b'Shabbato, they go look over, they evaluate the needs of their properties on Shabbos. The Kavi Sudasai b'Shabbato, B'Idin Bein Drosha. And they go and they set their Shalashuris when the Rav is saying his Drosha in Shul. The two families, one set their Suda on Shabbos, and both of them were destroyed. They were uprooted. Shabbat means the time of the drosha. Erev Shabbos, you're not permitted to have a Suda Kavua Erev Shabbos, because it takes away from Shabbos. Erev Shabbos, Levein can't cover Shabbos, Kamil covered Yom. No, he says, the Gemara says, what's the halacha, Norman? If you have, let's say, a large challah and a smaller challah, which meal do you use it for? For the Friday night meal or the Shabbos meal?
The large one for the Shabbos meal.
Because covered Shabbos is the day. They will convey the main suda at nighttime. So that means they gave covered Shabbos to the night rather than the day. So that's the reason why these two families, they lost everything. Firstly, they had... What? That means, that's what Rashi learns. It's Leil Shabbos. The Gemara says there were two families. They would set their meal Erev Shabbos. So Rashi, Erev Shabbos doesn't mean before Shabbos. It means Friday night. Not the first Suda. No, but it was because the main Suda. They had the main Suda at night. And covered Shabbos you're supposed to have during the daytime, not at nighttime. Azelcha Tzadikim. Yeah. Omar Rav, Hamagdish Avdo Yotzel Cheres. Person consecrates at night time. Gufi lo kodesh. Yeah, because you can't consecrate a human being. Lidmei lo kamar, and he didn't say for its value. Levi am kodesh. Lidmei lo kamar, Levi am kodesh. You should have said the value of my slave, not to consecrate directly the slave itself. So Rashi says why? Because he's not roy lola mizbeach lola berakabayis. Rav Yosef Amar Rav, mafke avdo yotz lecheres. The same as Shmuel. The person who disowns a slave. Mandi Amar Magdish. If you hold that you can even Magdish, kolshke mafkir. Mandi Amar Mafkir. Of a Magdish lo, Dilma, Dilma may come. Okay, let me stop here.